Hey guys, glad you stopped by. Tonight, for dinner, chicken and stuffing. We're going to do it in a casserole form. This recipe popped up on my one of my Google feeds. I get so many recipes thanks to Google, and just a tasty, basically if it's a food site, they send me something on the regular. But this one kind of stuck out. Two reasons. A, it involves chicken and stuffing, which I love chicken. It's like my favorite food. And I mean, well, everything's my favorite food, but it's up there in the top 5. We eat a lot of chicken, and if you look at my playlist, I've got a lot of chicken videos. This is so versatile, you know. Not that beef isn't either, but chicken, let's be honest, is a little better for you. Still not healthy, but it's a little better for you. And there seems to be, you know, a fair amount of stuff you can do with it. But that, and I think it's just because that's what I grew up with. But anyhow, that being said, and stuffing, I love stuffing. And this recipe for chicken and stuffing casserole only has 6 ingredients. You know, doesn't take a whole lot of work. You have a couple options on how hard you want to work, and most of that has to do with the chicken. Tonight, right here in the pot, which I think you can see, yes, I have got 6 chicken breasts, roughly 3 pounds worth of chicken. I cut the big fat off of it, and then I just stuck it in here to boil. And then all we have is stuffing, which is pre-made. That you could actually just go buy a rotisserie chicken and probably get about the same result. And that will save you some time. But I had 6 chicken breasts. You know, I'm here to cook dinner, so why not? If you are new to my channel and this is your first video, welcome. I warn you now, I talk a lot. But I hope you get something out of this video. Maybe check out some of my other videos. We have a lot to choose from. I am almost to 500 videos. I am now officially 6 videos away after this video. If you are returning or one of our new subscribers, welcome back and thank you. I appreciate that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comments, always welcome. I respond to every comment. If you take the time to comment, I take the time to respond. The only thing I ask is you be nice. You know, it's okay to disagree with me or somebody in the comments. Just be civil. Think before you type. That's all I ever ask. So, that being said, why don't we head on down here to the counter and we'll look at what we need and what we gotta do. Alright, hold on for me 1 second. Okay, we are down here at the stovetop. So, like I alluded to earlier, I've got 6 chicken breasts in here, and I've got them covered with, I'm going to guess maybe 8 cups of water. But what I did was I put the chicken breasts in, and then I filled them full. I filled it with water, and I brought it up about 1 inch above that. Now I'm going to let these boil. This is called poaching if you're new to, you know, kind of new to cooking. When you boil your meat, it's called poaching. It's like poaching an egg. You know, you drop your egg in boiling water, and 3 minutes later, you have a poached egg. Similar principle. We're going to boil this chicken until it's done. And what I want to do, you know, it's going to take about 20-30 minutes, is when it's done, we'll remove the chicken, but we're going to not get rid of the water because we're going to need some of it because it'll be a very light stock by then. So when this gets done cooking, I'll be back. Alright, hold on for me 1 second. Okay, so we let our chicken boil for 25 minutes, and I said I had 6 pieces in there. I actually had 4, but it was 3 pounds worth. These are just big. And that's hot. So the next thing we need to do is I've got a 9x13 pan right here. So we're going to take our chicken breasts and we're going to go ahead and get these cut up. Now, I mean, if you don't want to manhandle them while they're hot, I get it. But you can let them cool. I'm just going to go ahead and do them while they're still warm and use my tongs and my knife. And if you get done cooking them and they're not all the way cooked through, it's okay because we're about to put them in the oven. So, because remember, it's casserole. So, and oh yeah, we're done all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cut up into bite-sized pieces, and then we can move on. Alright, so we got all our chicken cubed up, right? And then our 9x13 pan. So the next thing we need to do is I've got 1 can of cream of chicken. Yeah, this is very much a bought it from the grocery store meal. I got 1 can of cream of chicken. I got to put into a bowl. And then we will follow that up with 1 can of cream of celery, and these are 10.5 ounce cans, just your standard condensed soup can size. But they are each 10.5 ounces at 298 grams. And then get that in there like such. Yeah, I keep thinking about all the stuff I still need to get done outside, and it's going on mid-October. Yeah, does anybody else just seem to, I mean, granted, I don't like work full-time anymore. Yeah, other than, you know, for my bakery, which is here, and then pizza shop on the weekends. But man, I seem to run out of time doing all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. But so, oh wait. Grab one of those cans. I want to see how close I am, because you need 1 can of milk. It's 10.5 ounces. I guesstimated about what 10.5 ounces would be in this container here. I'll see how close I am. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Bam. That is perfection if I've ever seen it. 10.5 ounces. And that was a guess. That was a complete guess. So we got 1 can of cream of chicken, 1 can of cream of celery, and 1 can of milk, or 10.5 ounces of milk. Which would be 298 milliliters. And we're going to stir this all up. Okay, we got it all combined, and it was throwing me for a loop. There's actually little chunks of celery in the cream of celery. I think the brand I normally buy doesn't have, it's just like probably celery seasoning or flavoring of some sort, but I don't recall chunks. So, one thing I did on a whim while I was cooking the chicken was I thought, you know, I want some corn and celery in this, because stuffing usually has, at least in my world, has corn and celery. So I went ahead and fine diced up 1 small thing of carrots, one carrot, just a small one, and I fine diced 1 celery stalk. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that on top of the chicken, and that way it can go in the cream of mushroom soup and cook while it's in the oven, which we need to get our oven turned on. So let's go ahead and put our oven on 350. That's what's gonna bake at. And then we're gonna take our cream of everything's soup, chicken and celery, and we're gonna go ahead and pour this on top of our chicken, carrots, and celery. Okay, so we got 1 step left to do, and then we'll be golden. So the last thing we need to do is just put our stuffing together. Now, I am just using a 12-ounce bag of stuffing mix, but we need 2 cups of that chicken broth, or the chicken water that we have there. Now, you can just use that, but I don't think it has enough chicken flavor in it myself, because we're not using any dark meat in with the chicken, and all we did was boil that chicken. So I am going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon or 2 of better than bouillon, and then I will take 2 cups of this broth here from where we boiled the chicken, and add it to this bowl, and then we'll go ahead and get the better than bouillon mixed in to that. And when you use better than bouillon, I mean, it says on the instructions, but you want to use hot water, that way it dissolves quickly. Alright, I got that mixed up, and because I decided that this wasn't going to be a big enough bowl for what I wanted to do, I got a bigger bowl out. This is okay, I don't mind. I've been keeping up on dishes as we go, so that way I really don't have any dishes to do as this is in the oven. So I've got 1 12-ounce bag of stuffing mix, dry stuffing mix. Now the original recipe called for a 6-ounce bag, a smaller bag, but I read the comments and everybody was like, no, I doubled the stuffing, it wasn't quite enough, so I just went ahead and doubled the stuffing. And all I got to do is literally add this 2 cups of chicken broth into the stuffing mix and then stir it together. Alright, so we got our stuffing mix all combined with the chicken broth, soaked it right up. And now, I mean, if you think you're going to need a little more, you just take some more water out of there. But I don't think we will, because we've got the liquid underneath of it. So all we have left to do now is just go ahead and spoon this on top of our cream of soups and our chicken. Okay, so we got our oven preheated at 350 degrees. We got our stuffing on there nice and even on the top. So we got our layer of chicken, our layer of celery and carrots, our cream of chicken, celery, and milk, and then our bread on top of our stuffing on top of that. So now we'll just go ahead and we're going to get her in the oven here right quick, and the middle of the oven. Got the rack in the middle at 350 degrees. Now we are going to bake this for 45 minutes. So our chicken's already cooked. The cream of mushroom and cream of celery pretty much already done. You just want it warmed. So that 45 minutes is going to do nothing more than cook the top of cook the stuffing basically, and soften the carrots and the celery, but not so much they become mushy, I hope. That's what I'm hoping for at any rate, because we didn't pre-cook them, we just put them in raw. And 45 minutes, for as long as that is not long enough, I don't think, to make them mushy. I don't like mushy vegetables, not a fan. But we'll see at any rate. So let me cook this for 45 minutes. I'll pull it out, let it set for 10 minutes, so that way it doesn't melt our face. And when I come back, we'll take a look at it and try some. All right, see you here in a second. Okay, so we got her out of the oven 45 minutes. We let her set for 10 minutes. We didn't melt our face. It's like a basic rule of putting anything in the oven. Yeah, you want to give it 10 minutes. Yeah, at least 10 minutes before you serve it. That way it's always calmed down. So the only thing we got left to do is go ahead and get some on a plate. Now we're going to have this with a salad. I thought that would be good and fun. Something with some spring, greens and just some basic iceberg lettuce, because that's what, we're kind of basic like that. But sorry, I absolutely love a good spring mix, hands down. Just all those different vegetables. But there is the star of the show at the moment, and of course we're probably gonna have this with a little bit of bread and some butter, but I thought a nice salad would go with this. I mean, you could probably put another vegetable with it, hands down. Maybe some corn or some broccoli. Broccoli would be really good. I love broccoli. Yeah, it's funny how as a kid there are so few vegetables you like basically if it wasn't corn, I didn't like it. Occasionally peas. Now, the only thing I don't care for, and I never have, is lima beans. But I'll eat anything else. Hands down anything else. Alright, well, let's give this a shot at any rate. See how it tastes. Yeah. It's actually really, really good. I didn't think it'd be bad by any means, but yeah, no, that's really good. And the corn or the carrots and the celery we put in it, not mushy. Not mushy at all, but not hard as a rock either. They got just a nice bite to them to let you know they're there, but not so much that, it hurts your teeth or whatever. They're perfect. I approved, so to speak. That's a good, easy meal. Now, like I believe I said at the beginning of the video, the chicken, you don't have to parboil it. Go get your rotisserie chicken. Boom, you've just saved yourself 25 minutes, right? The broth, you can absolutely just use 2 cups of chicken broth, instead of using, because if you didn't boil the chicken, then you obviously don't have the water from it. So if you swapped out the boiling of the chicken breast for rotisserie chicken, and then used chicken broth, 2 cups of chicken broth to add to the stuffing, you could literally, 10 minutes and it's in the oven, 45 minutes it's on your table, and you're eating a meal with no work really. While that's cooking, you can take care of whatever it is you need to take care of. We took the somewhat long way around. I mean, I could have made the homemade stuffing and all that, but why? This is a decently quick meal. It might take you about an hour if you do it this way, but if you take the shortcuts, it might take you about 45-50 minutes with putting it in the oven. That's just putting it in the oven, and you can walk away from it. Give this a try. That's good. It's got good flavor to it. Of course, the flavor is going to depend on what kind of dressing you use, whose cream of you use, so to speak. And did you use all white meat, all dark meat? So you could literally make it your own. If you do try this, let me know down in the comments below. It's really good. You're going to be pleased with this one. So will your family. And it's not hard. Let me know if you do anything different. For sure. Or if you use it. This recipe. That's always awesome too. So, tomorrow for dessert, I've got a lineup of desserts over the next 3 weeks. We are going to rock it. But tomorrow for dessert, we're going to do apple butter cookies with a apple butter frosting and a dollop of apple butter on them. It's going to be an apple butter palooza that I know you're going to enjoy. I've been working on these cookies for quite a little bit. They're kind of my own gig, and I really think you'll like them. So make sure you stop in tomorrow for dessert. Those cookies are going to knock your socks off. They're going to knock your friends' socks off too. But until then, make you some of this chicken and stuffing casserole. Invite some friends over. They're going to appreciate it, I guarantee it. And make sure, if nothing else, you tell somebody you love them. I love you. I love you very much. Tell somebody else that you love them and love them very much. They may need to hear it. It may make their whole day. It's going to make them smile either way. It's going to make you smile just to tell them, right? Might even giggle a little. You make them some of this, I guarantee they're going to know that you love them. It's going to put a smile on their face and lead to an evening of conversation. So till tomorrow for dessert, I love you, and I'll see you then. All right? See you later. Bye-bye.